What's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody can hear me all right. Let's let everybody come in, and then we will move on from there. Hmm. What the hell? Okay. What's up, y'all? Make sure we got all this stuff ready to go. I'm just playing with stuff. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to see my damn. I can't see my chat. Oh, there it is. Where is it at? Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to figure this shit out real quick. What is going on? Oh, there we go. There we go. I can barely see it though. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix this shit. How do I see? Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, we good. We good. We good. We good. We good. Let me pull this over so I can see the chat. All right, we good. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Let me see. Okay, we gonna get into these plays, man. What's up, y'all? Rippers, what's up? Ski, what's going on, man? APF, what's up, brother? Sean, what's going on, man? Welcome in, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here as always. Sticking to the plan, moving forward. You already know, man. Always. Always. I just joined PME a few minutes ago. Let's make this money. Let's get it, Jay. What up, Cam? Another one like the other one. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let me refresh the tools real quick, and then we will get straight into it, man. We are live on YouTube, X, and Twitch right now. We're going to go through the best plays that we got available to us. Let's see. Is this multi-stream going to... Excuse me. All right. Let's fucking catch tonight. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Letting everybody get in real quick. Let me go ahead and announce that we're live, and then we will literally dive right into the picks for today. Okay. Let me share the live real quick. We good. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let me go through some of the chat. Get ready to win, Jay. Let's get it. Sleepy Cowboy, what's up? Wreck Havoc, what's going on, man? Yes, sir. Been waiting for you to go live. Come on, brother. Let's get it. Yo, Cam, good to see you. You too, Sean. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me refresh, and let's get straight into what we got, man. Another profitable day yesterday. Shout out PME. I always love to see it, man. I always love to see it. If y'all keep that process that we're working on with Props Made Easy, you're going 5% or higher EV on every play, making sure that the consensus odds have 30 or more books built into it, then you're good. You're good to go, man. Follow the 3 rules strictly. You already know. That's what I'm currently doing. Streak is going well, man. Everybody is doing great utilizing Props Made Easy, man. So if you haven't tried Props Made Easy yet, you need to. It's only $20 a month, man. It's a different level of tool, as well as being cheaper than everything else. So it's easy. What up? When a player gets bumped down, why do you think it happens? And also, those that play stops being EV. So, I mean, as more As more bets come in, lines move. On top of that, as the day goes on, news also comes out as well. So there's certain times where, let's say Luka Doncic's under 6.5 assists is popping in plus EV. And then LeBron James later in the day is ruled out. And then all of a sudden the data flips to the over 6.5. That's because you have LeBron James out. And, all of that data has come in. All the sports books have adjusted. And then that's why the line has changed. That happens. That's just the game we're in. The only way you can possibly avoid that is by waiting right before game time for every pick you make, which, you could do, I guess. But you don't want to miss out on some of the plus EV value throughout the day as well, because there's some amazing value, man. All right. Yo, Cam, we got beef, dog. I be scrolling on PrizePicks like I'm scrolling through Instagram. Hey, that's good. Hey, the difference is PrizePicks will get you some money. Instagram won't. So, all right, y'all. Let's start out on PrizePicks. I know a lot of y'all are on DFS books. Let's start out with PrizePicks, and then we'll go and broaden it up and look at all the best EV that we got today. So we're looking at NBA. We're looking at PrizePicks. The issue with these two top options that we have on the board right now is due to the consensus odds that are putting them at good EV spots. There's only 12 books for the Brandon play, and there's only 13 books for the Terrence Mann play. Okay? That's the problem. We want a bigger sample size when it comes to those books, because obviously the more books that we have baked into a consensus odds, the more accurate that's going to be. And the more data you're getting back behind that. You feel what I'm saying? So the more sample that you could go with, the better. Obviously, you're going to like a play more that's got 60 books behind it than you will a play that's got 5. You feel what I'm saying? That's just more data baked into that number. So as you guys know, the rule book, 5% or higher EV on every play we make. If you're in a state that can only play DFS, then every leg of your DFS slips need to be over 5% EV. Need to have 30 or more consensus books baked into the consensus odds, making it that 5% or EV. And then, yeah, that's it. It's not a big deal if you're on one of those, if you're having to do that. The only issue is you can't straight bet on PrizePicks, Underdog, better in those options, which sucks because straight betting is going to be the absolute most sharp option that you have, because that way you're only having to hit one leg instead of having to hit multiple legs in a parlay and stuff like that. Those parlays, and the more legs you add, it becomes negative EV. I don't know if it sounds like I'm gulping or nothing when I drink my water, man, but hey, I got to wet my whistle, okay? All right. So for PrizePicks, we really didn't have nothing too crazy, man. Jose, appreciate the shout out, brother. For PrizePicks, we really don't have anything for NBA at the moment, unless you probably look to Goblins. Look, the Brandon play is okay, but there's only 12 books built into the consensus, and obviously that's not following the rule book that we're trying to stay consistent in. Terrence Mann is also decent EV, 5 over the 5 EV, but the 12 books baked into it. So it's not, it's not ideal. We wish we had better. Now, when we look among all books, all DFS books, let's just select just the DFS books. These are all the books we have available at Props Made Easy. All of these books you see here. Those are all the books available with the tool. So Kason Wallace is the first one that sticks out, almost clears everything we look for. You feel what I'm saying? You've got the 29 books baked into the Kason Wallace. It's one book away from hitting that 30. A few minutes and a refresh, and you'll probably be over it. Kason Wallace under 13.5 PRA is a 6.49 EV on better picks. Minus 139 of the consensus odds out of 29 books baked into that. So, solid spot there for Kason. The Brandon play, unfortunately, does not meet our criteria. Chet Holmgren, over 1.5 blocks on Underdog is a 5.9. 34 books built into the minus 131, making it a 5.9, so good spot there. Jose Alvarado, under 16.5 points on Underdog. Again, if you're playing DFS sites, then Underdog is where you need to be right now. Jose Alvarado under 46 books baked into that 5.62 EV. So good spot there. Nothing too crazy. 11, only 11 in the Miles Bridges, only 17 in the Scottie Pippen. 42 in the Isaiah Joe on Dabble, over 1.5 3-pointers made. 42 books built into that 5.5, so that's good to see. And again, all of these picks also have AI simulation on the same side as well. Okay. Novig been the lick. Yeah, Novig's always got some good shit. 5.5 under, but it was over earlier. Chris Brown, bro, 100% facts. I'm destroying Novig daily. Yeah, Novig's a good one, man, because you can straight bet it, and a lot of the states can play it. Like a lot of the states that, like a lot of you who just play DFS books, most likely you have the ability to be able to play on like a Novig or Fliff is some options as well. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see. I mean, that's about it. I mean, there's a good amount across the DFS industry, not a ton on the PrizePicks side. I would kind of wait. I would wait until we have some better options. Maybe over on MLB we got some better options for PrizePicks. mm. Huge EV for the Victor Scott, but only 20 books baked into it. Huge EV though on the over 0.5 hits runs RBIs for him on better. Christian Yelich is right there by where we look. Over 0.5 runs on better. 29 books baked into it, so close. I mean, technically, you could take it. You don't have to be that literal, but you could take it. Brian De La Cruz, over 0.5 hits on better at a 5 EV. 40 books built into that consensus for the over there. It's a good spot there as well. So decent. Again, we're going to have much more, though, when we look among all the other sports books. So let's go back to NBA and let's look at the broad range across all books. Drop a like for Cam and you won't hit anything tonight. Absolutely agree with him. Drop a like down below, man. Appreciate y'all as always. Also, share the live, man. Let everybody know we live. Share the live. Let's get it. All right, looking over all books. Obviously, I'm going to scroll past all the ones with only 16 books, 23 books. Because remember, in the month of April, we're trying to follow a strict rule book of 30 or more sports books. It built into the consensus. Okay? I mean, and it's a good strategy to utilize long term. I mean, I wouldn't just stop it at the end of April. We're just doing it to show y'all how much profit you can make if you really stay on a certain type of, a lot of people like organization. They like consistency and being able to play a certain way and routine, right? You get set into that routine of only playing plays that are 5% or higher EV and have 30 or more books built into the consensus. That is an amazing routine to get stuck in and continuously play. Because, yes, while you're still going to have losing days, by the end of the month, you'll be profitable. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about sticking with it when times do get bad because that's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, there's going to be times where you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I just hit for a week straight playing EV, and now I can't hit for shit the last couple of days. It's about staying on it, though. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're going to have those down moments. Like, we have a Props Made Easy member right now, over 600 units up 8 days into April following this rulebook. Okay? Is he going to drop down from that 600? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, it'll drop down a little bit, but then he'll rise back up, and then he'll drop down, rise back up, and by the end of the month, he will be up. That's the whole point of everything, is being up and staying consistent. So, we're not interested in the James Harden because there's only 16 books. Vit is right there, but he's at 23, so I'm going to stay dedicated on the task at hand. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is something that you can consider. Over 2.5 rebounds is minus 125 on BetMGM, 11.58 EV percent. 29 books built into that consensus of minus 163 where you're getting it at minus 125. So it's a really good spot just because of that one book. But because this EV is so high, I'd say you could take that on BetMGM at minus 125. Does that mean we want Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 2.5 rebounds at minus 150 on DraftKings? Now, I don't know, but I'm just throwing that out there. No. We want it where Props Made Easy is telling us to take it. If you can't take it there, look at the books that you have access for and take it wherever you have, whatever the best EV is on whatever books you're utilizing, okay? Sorry. At Props Made Easy, you're able to just select the books that you have access to. You feel what I'm saying? That way, you're only seeing the top EV for the books that you can play. That way, when you see a top EV, you already know you can play it. Instead of, seeing a play like this and being like, oh, yeah, let me go take it at whatever it is on my sportsbook. No, because the EV might not be the same. All right? Let's see what else we got. Bobby Portis under 9.5 points. You can get at plus 104 on Caesars. 11.36 EV percent. 33 books baked into a minus 120 average on the under 9.5 points, but you're getting it at plus 104 on Caesars. So great option there. Karis LeVert over 3.5 rebounds on Novig at plus 102. 10.84 EV, 40 books built into it. Amazing option. And as soon as I look over, always Neptune said Karis LeVert rebound on Novig is huge. It is a fantastic spot. Over 3.5 rebounds at plus 102 is great. It is great. I'm getting over my allergies, so sorry about the coughing in the mic, man. I'll try to cover it as much as I can when I feel it coming. Karl Anthony Towns is a good one. Under 2.5 assists on Novig as well. Minus 132. Does that mean to pair these up? No. Straight bet them. Straight bet them. No point to pair them up. Karl Anthony Towns under 2.5 assists. Minus 132 odds on Novig. 10.29 EV percent. Consensus odds are all the way up to minus 168 when averaged by the 42 books that have this line available. Great spot, man. Over the 30 book consensus books. In that range we like to play. 10.29 EV. Amazing spot. All right, Tyrese Halliburton on Novig. Over 3.5 rebounds at minus 130 on Novig. 9.87 EV. Consensus odds are minus 163 out of 41 books. That's what we look for. That's what we like to see. Devin Booker under 4.5 rebounds at minus 115 on Hard Rock. Minus 140 are the odds across the industry when you average them together across 58 books. So good sample there as well. Royce O'Neal over 2.5 assists at minus 105 on BetMGM. 9.18. 40 books built into making that 9.18. Great spot there. Derek White under 9.5 rebounds assists at minus 110 on DraftKings. Hey, and by the way, we still do have the free day trial available. So if you didn't take advantage of the free day trial yet, you need to, because they're not going to keep that forever. So if you've been wanting to try out Props Made Easy and you haven't pulled the trigger yet, and you want to just try it for yourself for a day and see what the hype is about, do your thing. All right? Sorry, y'all. Stephon Castle over 5.5 assists at plus 100 on Bovada. Anytime I see a plus odds, I get excited because, you know, the payout's going to be great there. Plus 100. 8.7 EV percent, minus 119 are the consensus across 59 books. So anytime I see that positive, see that big EV, and then see the 59 books built into it, it's always good to see, man. I love that. What's good, Cam? Forever Royal, what's up? It's hard for me to take under picks. J King, don't worry about it whether it's over, under, left, or right, man. Take that shit if it's plus EV. That's just overthinking things, man. You're holding yourself back. And honestly, like, it's what a lot of like newer bettors do. You know, a lot of newer bettors don't like to pick the unders because, I mean, look, you wanna root for them to make something, not root against it. You know what I mean? It's more stressful when you're rooting against somebody making a shot and they just keep draining shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, you got to take it where it's the best value, man. Regardless of what it is, man. Even if the bet is to the left or to the right, you got to take that shit. Regardless. It's good to reprogram your mind and not think that way, because you don't just want to fade amazing EV just because it may be on the under. You don't want to just play overs. You're selling yourself short on a lot of EV that may be available across the industry, so you don't want to do that. Anyway, there were some amazing options right there in NBA. Let's switch to MLB real quick. I love when you go on Novig, there's multiple options and we're getting great EV at a lower total. Yeah, I'm definitely new to the game. Yeah, J King, play the top EV regardless, brother. Trust me. It's not a good habit to get involved in just taking overs. You don't want to just take overs, man. You want to take the best value wherever it is. Obviously, these are huge EVs, but I'm looking for bigger consensus. And again, what could be making these big EVs is outlier books who just have crazy odds for some odd reason, right? So that's why we like to keep our minimum. That way we know it's a more solid number. Cameron Meisner over 0.5 hits at minus 132 on ProfitX, 9.49 EV percent. 39 books built into the minus 165 consensus odds. So when compared to the minus 132 on PrizePicks, great spot for the 9.49 EV. Cameron Meisner over 0.5 hits. And don't forget, you can click on a player's card and see their last 5, last 10, last 15 over the season, all that good stuff. Okay, so make sure you take advantage too. You can be able to see like simple stuff like this. Now, again, the EV is number 1. EV comes way over flipping a card over, but I just want y'all to know you have the ability to be able to see it. All right, anything EV you better take. Absolutely, man. You play it 100 times, you'll more than likely come out profitable. Exactly. Look, and if you have a small bankroll, play it safe, man. You know what I mean? Play dollar units. What's wrong, buddy? Kai. Sorry, my son's out here. My girl must have gone to the bathroom or something. He's in the living room. Mama! Come here. So Cameron Meisner on PrizePicks is a good one over hits. You look for plus 150 to minus 130. Yes. I try to stay right there in that range. Listen to Cam. He's on that dad game, providing for the little one. Exactly, man. Got to. Brandon Lockridge, over 0.5 bases. You can get at minus 116 on Novig. 8.98 EV percent. 40 books built into that 8.98. Great spot there as well. I see somebody already liked that play. Good spot. Patrick Bailey, over 0.5 bases. Minus 120 on Fanatics. 8.4 EV baked into that one. 40 books baked into making that an 8.4. So great spot on Patrick Bailey, over 0.5 bases at minus 120 on Fanatics. Skipping over some of those due to the amount of books. We already have Cameron Meisner on PrizePicks. Minus 132 on PrizePicks. Minus 132 here. So same thing. I'm trying to understand what's the difference. Oh, one is hits and one is bases. So his hits over on PrizePicks is going to be better value than Cameron Meisner's bases will be on Novig. But if you don't have PrizePicks, then you can just take his bases on Novig if you want at minus 132. Still great value there. Miles Straw, over 0.5 hits. Minus 135 on Bovada. 7.39 EV percent. Minus 161 consensus out of 34 books. And we've talked about, like, I talk about keeping my range between plus 150 to minus 130. That's kind of the place I like to stay in, because once you start crossing up into the minus 140s, minus 150s, you're hurting your profit mark. You're hurting your profit, obviously. So I like to stay in a certain sweet spot, which is plus 150 to minus 130. But for people with smaller bankrolls, you don't have to do that. Like, don't shy away from a minus 150 if this was over 30 books and still a high EV. Don't shy away from it. Straight bet it. Like, play all the EV you can. Don't shy away from it just because it's minus 150. You feel me? I feel like I nonstop have to cough, y'all. So annoying. Kyle Freeland, over 3.5 strikeouts at minus 120 on PrizePicks. 7.31 EV. 58 books built into that 7.31. PrizePicks is another really good one, man. PrizePicks is another really good one that another really good book that has some good value, man. So don't sleep. Dylan Cruz, over 0.5 bases at minus 110 on Fanatics. 7.19 EV percent. 46 books built into that 7.19. So again, another amazing option. Yeah, PrizePicks is available in Texas too. So you got multiple options available. Sorry, I'm about to die. I'm literally about to die. At least I'm covering my mouth when I can't even get y'all sick. How nice of me. Look at the dedication, man. I have a non-stop tickle. But anyways, we're going to get through this, y'all. Regardless, we're going to get through this. I may die in the process, but hey, got to do what we got to do. All right, Taco of Sergey. Take it. Taco's hit at over a 70% rate. So got to take the Sergey play. Pair that up with, let's see what we have on. See what we have on PrizePicks. You don't have anything to pair him with, but you can pair Sergey up with anything that you found on PrizePicks. So if we go back to MLB, anything on PrizePicks or MLB that we can pair that taco with, nothing there. Let's check NBA again. Nah. You know what you could do? Pair it with Jalen Williams, over 24.5 PRA Goblin. He's hit this Goblin in over 91%, 91.5%. At Props Made Easy, you have the ability to see the best demons and goblins as well. Obviously, goblins are going to be higher rated plays. They're going to have higher season hit rates over those than demons, but I'll show you how to look at demons here in a second. But Jalen Williams, over 24.5 PRA, over 91 season hit rate. I mean, it's great. So you could pair this up with the taco and have a good probability hit. Anyway, so to see demons, if you just want to see demons, uncheck Goblin. And then boom, there you go. Again, these demons are they're negative EV. They're not going to be plus EV for demons. Okay, just keep that in mind. Going back to NHL all books. JJ Peterka, over 0.5 points at minus 108 on FanDuel. I've noticed that FanDuel, out of all the sportsbooks, has some of the best value on NHL. Like, it is stacked with NHL value all day, it feels like. So if you have FanDuel access, definitely take advantage. JJ Peterka, over 0.5 points at minus 108 on FanDuel, where it's averaged minus 130 across 42 books built into this. Great spot for the 9.01 EV. William Nylander, over 0.5 points at minus 138. 8.2 EV percent, 36 books built into that 8.2. So good spot for William. Good spot there as well. Already got a couple likes from the members there on that one as well. Rasmus Dahlin, over 0.5 points, minus 104 on FanDuel, 7.37 EV. 43 books built into that 7.37, so good spot there. Mark Stone, really good spot with that 50 books baked into that 7.14. I always love to see that 50 or more. Like, that's really good. Cam, is there first inning over under on the tool? Not seeing it. I'm talking MLB. I believe first inning runs scored you can find on the Game Center, which we'll be switching over to the Game Center here in a second. They took the Jalen Williams PRA off the board. Damn. Well, you can use the tool and find all of them. I mean, NHL has goblins and demons too. Noah Hannafin, over 0.5 shots on goal. He's hit this in over 84% over the season. Head-to-head, my bad. Season, boom. We have it for NHL, MLB, and NBA. Let's see any for MLB. I know that the MLB season is still early. Let's see. Boom. Cam Smith, over 0.5 batting strikeouts. Small sample, that's why. So I wouldn't really take any of those at the moment unless it's a big sample. For example, maybe Kristen Campbell, I know, is a rookie. But like, you got Sonny Gray hits allowed. We know we got a big sample for him. I mean, at least 34 books with a 79% hit rate there for him. Over 3.5 hits allowed against Pittsburgh. All right, let's go back, though, and finish this up. And then we'll go to the Game Center and look at money lines, run lines, totals, all that good stuff, man. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, man. Appreciate y'all for joining me as always. And as always, the tools I'm using are PropsMadeEasy.com. You can get a free trial right now at Props Made Easy. 1 free day trial. And then you will be able to lock in with the $20 a month, which is the cheapest price of any tool in the industry when it comes to finding plus EV. So, yeah, lock in. Lock in. It's a no-brainer. Select all. Okay, so we already talked about these. Mark Stone, I talked about. Love that 50. Always love to see it that high. That's awesome. Tage Thompson, over 0.5 points, minus 154. Now, for example, this is something that I would not personally play just because there's just too much juice on it, and it takes away from my profit. But somebody with a small bankroll, absolutely, you can straight bet this. Tage Thompson, over 0.5 points at minus 154, 7% EV, 35 consensus books built into the consensus. Straight bet of the day. Let's check out Game Center first before I can make a straight bet call. All right, for NBA, as always, I'm gonna look at the main markets. So total points, money line, nothing too crazy there. And what I mean by main markets is the markets that'll have the most books built in. Look at that, 120 built into this play. Okay, so that's what I mean by the main markets. I like to really put my money on the shit that's got a good bit of markets. Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee plus 5.5 at minus 100 on Novig is a 5.31 EV. Consensus odds are minus 111 on Milwaukee plus 5.5 across a 105 book sample. So good bet there for any Milwaukee Bucks folks. Milwaukee plus 5.5 against Minnesota is a good point spread total to take at minus 100. Let's see. Nothing too crazy on team total. So nothing too crazy. Like when it comes to Game Center bets wise, nothing too crazy for NBA. But MLB been really coming through, man. Money line. So, I mean, you've got some good spots, man. Yankees money line at minus 137 on Bet Online. 11.5. Oh, this is for tomorrow. This is for tomorrow, man. So let me put the date in. There you go. You can put the date in and only see today's. So I'm doing that because the tool's already got plays from tomorrow popping up as top EV. So, yes, take that Yankees play. It's a great play, but I'm looking at just today's. So nothing for money line. Team total for today. Okay, here we go. St. Louis Cardinals under 2.5 team total at plus 125. Consensus odds across the 63 books have it at plus 110. So good spot there. Chicago Cubs under 4.5 team total at minus 115 on Bet Online. Minus 132 are the consensus odds across 67 books. Good spot there as well. So a couple really good spots there for team total. For run line, 4.29 is the highest EV. I mean, we've got so much EV across. There's really no point. First inning run line. First inning team total. Only 11 books built into that one, so nothing too crazy. But a couple good options for MLB right there. Question for Game Center. Would you still follow at least 30 books, or would you rather have a higher amount? Still use the 30 as minimum, but obviously if you can get a higher amount, that's even better. The higher it goes, the better. As long as it's still over that 5% EV, you're good. Don't, like, for example, don't shy away from a play. For example, right here. When we look at hockey, Detroit Red Wings are under 0.5 first period team total, are plus 130 to go under 0.5 first period at plus 130, where it's plus 109 across 42 books for a 9.61 EV. And then right under it, you have Utah Hockey Club, minus 0.5 first period puck line at plus 140 on Bet Online, but it's plus 121 everywhere else across 59 books. Just because this is over at the 59 over the 42 doesn't mean you have to fade this and go with this. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You can still play it. It doesn't mean this isn't in play. But yes, if they're close in EV like these are, you can consider it for sure. If it's got more books, obviously. For example, though, if it was a big difference, let's say this was 42 books and then right under it was a 9.5 EV, which is incredibly close to 9.6. If it was a 9.5 EV in the over 100 books, then obviously it's like, okay, yeah, I might as well take that. You know what I mean? Carolina Hurricanes, first period money line three-way, plus 135 bet 365 odds. Plus 117 across 60 books for this play. So some good options for hockey as well. Also, don't sleep on the live. Once games begin, don't sleep on being able to look at the live games. I sniped that live game for the college basketball game yesterday too. I already had the Florida money line, but I grabbed them again live later on in the night. Final look at props real quick. Final look at props. Let's go across everything one more time, see if we got anything new that's popped in that everybody needs to go ahead and take advantage of. The Chet Holmgren play is a good one that has popped in. Chet Holmgren under 7.5 rebounds is a 6.69. It's over the 31 books that we look for, so good spot there, man. Sim projection on the under as well, so good spot on the under. Chet Holmgren, 7.5 rebounds. If we look over the season, he's gone under this in 50%, averaging 8.1. But again, what matters is the front of the card. Those live picks go away quick. They damn sure do, man. I noticed that the Game Center keeps them around longer, though. Like, you have options for a little bit longer when it comes to game bets. Player prop stuff moves incredibly quickly, especially on PrizePicks. I've caught many on Better. Better seems to be a little bit slower to update. Underdog as well is a little slower to update their live lines, but yeah, it's tough. All right, let's look at all books. Get some water real quick. So VIT over 2.5 rebounds has popped up as huge EV with 35 books now. I believe we looked at him earlier and we passed on it because the consensus books where it wasn't where we wanted to see it. You can definitely grab that over VIT rebounds of 2.5 now at minus 100 on Novig. All right, minus 100 on Novig, averages 2.67 rebounds a game. So yeah, great spot. 35 books built into that consensus, minus 100 odds on Novig. Wow. Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 2.5 rebounds, and that is the epitome of making sure you're patient. Be patient. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to force anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like, take your time. You don't have to rush it. Like, if a play's not where you want it, it doesn't check every box, you can wait for it to check the boxes, or you can just take the plays that check the boxes. Plain and simple. You don't have to force anything for sure. Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 2.5 rebounds on BetMGM at minus 125. 12.9 EV out of 31 books, man. There's big odds on the over 2.5 rebounds for Nickeil Alexander-Walker here for this line. If we look over the season, he's hit this in 55.7%, averaging 3.18 rebounds as well. So not only do you have the huge EV, but you've got the 55.7% hit rate over the 79-game sample as well, averaging 3.18 over 79 games. So, I mean, yeah. Again, every bit of data matches up. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 1.5 3-pointers made at minus 125 on Bet365, 11.46 EV. 37 books built into that minus 162, so really good spots there as well, man. So a lot of amazing options, man. We really are swimming in value at Props Made Easy right now. All right, MLB. Let's see what we got for MLB. Sorry, y'all. All right. Cameron Meisner over 0.5 hits at minus 132 on ProfitX. Still, you could still take that play. We talked about him earlier. Nothing has changed there. Patrick Bailey over 0.5 bases at minus 120, 8.4 EV, 40 books built into that 8.4. So great spot there. Brandon Lockridge, we talked about that. Over 0.5 bases at minus 118. Cameron Misner's over 0.5 bases at minus 132. Now, first things first, I don't know if I can trust a Cameron with a K. To be honest with you. Like, I don't know if I can trust a Cameron with a K. Like, if y'all do, so be it, but I don't know, man. That shit is absolutely diabolical. I am in the car. I have you on the speakers, and my son Lorenzo is having a whole conversation with you and saying yes to everything you say. He's learning, man. What's up, Lorenzo? What's up, bud? Let's see. Kyle Freeland over 3.5 strikeouts at minus 120 on ProfitX. 7.3 EV percent. 58 books built into that. So that's a really good one over on ProfitX. 58 books is a good-ass sample size built into that consensus odds. So I really like that spot, man. Over on at minus 120. Dylan Cruz over 0.5 bases. Minus 110 on Fanatics, 7.04 EV. 45 books built into that, man. So again, man, it's super easy. I'm gonna grab this fliff just because, man. Just because, why not? I know it's over my minus 130, but fuck it. Cameron Misner. And I'm going to do it because there's been a lot of Cameron talk in this live, and I mean, he's got my name, so the chances of him hitting are probably incredibly high, as well as the EV already being high. So I'm going to grab him real quick before that gets any higher than minus 140, because I just not going to even consider that. I don't care for that. Let me see. Let me grab his hits real quick. I'm going to put a hundo on him. I'm going to put a hundo. placed. Okay. Final looks. Let's go through NHL real quick. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, man. Appreciate y'all as always for being here. JJ Paterka, amazing option over on hockey. Over 0.5 points at -108 on FanDuel. Straight bet this sucker. He is -130 damn near average throughout 42 books consensus. William Nylander over 0.5 points. He is scoring a point tonight. -138 on FanDuel. You can grab it at 8.2 EV percent. 36 books baked into that -168 consensus odds, putting it at the -8 at that 8.2. So just great options, man. Great options today, man. Let's eat today, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all have an amazing night. Hopefully everybody eats, man. I will see y'all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central as always. Appreciate y'all for being here. We've gone over a shit ton of plays in this live stream. Again, the best way to find the best plays is going to be on Props Made Easy. PropsMadeEasy.com is only $20 a month. If only $20 a month doesn't pull the trigger for you, you can try a free day trial at Props Made Easy. And if you don't like it by the end of the night, just cancel before the month starts. All right. Soul Brother, appreciate you for being here. Daniel, as always, man. Everybody who's in here, appreciate y'all as always, man. And I will see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central, y'all. God bless.